What if I told you that your autoimmune flare-ups, the joint pain, the brain fog, the skin issues, whatever symptoms you might have when you have an autoimmune flare-up, that they're not just random, and that there's a real reason why your body feels like it's working against you? I talk to so many women, and these are women who are smart, they're driven, they're juggling all kinds of things, and they're trying everything that they can do to feel better. And they've cleaned up their diet, they've tried supplements. Some of them have said, hey, I've cut out gluten, I've cut out dairy, but they're still struggling with chronic flare-ups, and they're kind of stuck in this survival mode. And I totally get how that feels because I've been there. But the truth is, the real truth is that if you don't heal your gut, you're really never going to get the relief that you're looking for. And this is because your gut is a major player in your immune system. And when it's out of balance, it sets off this whole chain reaction that leads to chronic inflammation and autoimmune flare-ups. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you familiar with this, that your gut is playing a big role with your autoimmune flare-ups? If yes, type 1 in the comments. But if this is new information for you, then type 2 in the comments, because I really would like to know where you're coming from. Now, what I want to do today is actually break down the connection between your gut health and your autoimmune disease and your flare-ups, because I think it's so important for you to really understand why your body is reacting the way that it is and what you can do about it. So stick with me until the end of the video so that you get a full understanding of the gut autoimmune connection. I've tried to make this video on the shorter side just because I know you're busy, and I want it to be a high impact video that doesn't take up too much of your time. So stick with me till the end. So let's start with an interesting statistic. Did you know that about 80% of your immune system actually resides in your gut? This means that your gut isn't just about digesting food, that's part of it, but it plays a really big role in your immune health. And when your gut is balanced, it helps to regulate your immune system and keep inflammation under control. But when things go off track, and this can happen for a big variety of reasons, but some of the factors can be stress, processed foods, medications, even poor sleep. When those things kind of go awry, it can weaken your gut lining and increase inflammation. And then that's when your immune system starts attacking you. And this is what happens with autoimmune disease. And that's when things kind of start to spiral out of control and you start experiencing symptoms and flare-ups. And these are all the things that make you feel like you're kind of stuck in survival mode instead of thriving. Now, you've probably heard the term leaky gut before, but in case you're not quite sure what that means, I just want to quickly break it down for you in a way that makes sense. You can think of your gut lining almost like a fine mesh strainer. And when I say gut, I'm talking about your small intestine. But you can picture it like a fine mesh strainer that's designed to allow nutrients in, but it keeps things like harmful toxins and undigested food particles and larger molecules out of your bloodstream. But when your intestinal lining or that strainer that we're talking about gets damaged, it's no longer a strainer. It becomes more like a sieve, right? There are gaps that form in the lining of your intestinal barrier, and that allows these elements that I just mentioned that shouldn't get into your bloodstream, it allows them into your bloodstream. And this is when the trouble starts, because when those toxins and food particles and large molecules get into your bloodstream, your immune system almost sounds off an alarm, right? Because it sees these leaked particles almost like invaders, because they shouldn't be there. And sometimes it doesn't just attack the invaders, it ends up attacking your own tissues, your immune system. And that's what fuels autoimmune disease and your frustrating autoimmune flare-ups. Now, I know that's a very simplistic way of breaking it down. And if you want a more in-depth understanding of how leaky gut works, then I recommend that you check out this video. But I hope that gives you a kind of an overview of what I'm talking about when I mention leaky gut. Now, I know this probably hits home because you might be thinking, wow, that's what's going on inside of my body right now. And it's because you're juggling so much already. You're juggling a family, you're juggling a career, you're juggling all of your goals. And it's so frustrating when your body is not cooperating, and it can kind of feel impossible to keep up with everything, right? But here's what I want you to walk away with today. I want you to know that you are not powerless in this. There is a way for you to start turning things around and to get to the root causes of your symptoms instead of just kind of putting out fire after fire. And it starts with healing your gut. That's the big takeaway. Healing starts with your gut. And I'd love to help you get started with this process, so I did put together something really valuable for you. It's my Autoimmune Harmony Roadmap, and it breaks down how your gut and your immune system are connected, so you do get a deeper understanding of that. I talk about how to start identifying your personal flare-up triggers, which is so important, and the top 15 foods and nutrients that you can start to incorporate into your diet right now to support gut healing and calm your autoimmune flare-ups. And you can grab it using the link below. It's right in the description box, so take a look at that. Click on the link and get that today. Now, like I said before, I try to keep this video kind of short and sweet because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, and I just want you to be able to soak this information in. But in the next video, I'm going to share 3 simple steps that you can start doing right away to heal your gut and calm your autoimmune flare-ups. They're simple, but they are high impact. So make sure you check out that video, make sure that you're subscribed and that you turn on notifications so that you know when I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.